guys, welcome back to the channel. Luna Sims here. I am so happy that you have come over to another speed build that we are doing. This is the Yogi Yoga Studio Spa that I was telling you guys about. And once again, I made a build that I wasn't 100% sure on how I was gonna do it, let alone the vision that I had. So it turned out completely different than what I envisioned, but I actually absolutely adore this, and I really feel like that I probably went through and did this build to the best of my ability because I actually can't get out to a spa and I can't go out and get my nails done. So the idea of this was I wanted to make it solely an image of a yoga studio, but with the ability of spa day. It is technically a full spa. It does have a huge yoga side room that you will see me build together, and we'll talk more about that. But this build, you will be able to get a private massage, get a hand massage, foot massage. In my head, I picture getting a manicure, pedicure, and there is fun things that I've added here and there to give it that vibe. And I'm actually happy that I went ahead and put it in Sulani. The idea, of course, that I was having was to have it in a relaxation area, and I love Sulani so much that I was like, you know what, having a yoga studio, spa is like perfect for Sulani. And that's why I actually made it more of an on the beach studio, which also there's access straight to the beach right off of the studio's back door. So that's why I pretty much tied it in. And the view, and it's over by the volcano. Now this is on the lot where it says that it's off the grid, and everything seems to be working fine. I actually haven't done a full off the grid build yet, which I'm actually looking forward to do that. I may do it when I get my eco pack that is out now. So I will say I have not done just a normal rectangle build in a very long time. When I did this, I was just staring at it like I just made a rectangle. Like, why did I do that? I haven't done that in years of building. But as I was just playing around with it, the foliage around it, you can't really tell that it's just a normal rectangle building. And it actually fits. I wanted to make the top of the building somewhere that people who could go, say they didn't want to be in the sand, they can go on top of the building and actually go up there and sunbathe. There is a table out there. So, I mean, if they wanted to go out there to just get out of the sand, didn't really want to get in the water, and then there's the deck there of the wood. So they have options of where they want to go if that's what they want to do. That's the vision that I had with that. As well as when we get back down to the water, the options for, mermaids like me that absolutely love the water and can never say no to it. One thing I love about working with Sulani is the colors. I am a color lover. I can never say no to color, and I feel like Sulani is the one place that I can just be as bright and colorful as I want to be, and I don't get judged for it. So I just absolutely love the flower options and everything about Sulani. Like, if I could live anywhere, if it was possible, I would say I want to move to Sulani. It's just a beautiful beach, a beautiful island, and everything that came with this pack is just stunning. So I'm going to get off of that horse for a little bit. But yeah, it was a lot of fun doing this. As you've seen lately, I have been on my community build game. It takes a whole different side of you compared to building houses, which I do have a house build idea. I actually have it panned out of what I'm going to do. It will be a new modern home. I'm excited about this one. Wasn't too excited about the last one, which you can check out right there if you want to see it. But our next house build will be coming up. I've just been enjoying the community builds because I can utilize a lot more clutter that I probably normally wouldn't put in a house. And when we get inside, you'll start to see, I can use my imagination a little bit more when I'm doing this community builds. And when I was in here and I was like, okay, if I was in a nail salon or the spa, what are things that I would see? I use things that maybe came in a different pack, but I'm like, no, this is perfect for like a spa, or just a little clutter, and using of debug was just life for me. It's the one thing that I absolutely like can never build without debug and hidden objects and everything like that. And I do have another community build on the way in my head, but I told myself I want to do the house build first before I do the next community build, just because I'm really the most addicted to community builds. They're just a lot of fun. Now, I will say I most likely could have done a lot more on top of this building. I was kind of thinking of trying to decorate it a little bit like how I decorated the strip club, the Deep. But then I was like, well, no, I don't really want it like to feel like an island up top. It is a roof. It's more like a deck to me. So I was like, you know what? I'll just, keep it like a turf, and we'll add some, plants here so it doesn't feel like, hey, yeah, I am on a roof looking out in the ocean. But I didn't want it to make it feel like its own island either, if that makes sense. So I did go ahead and add some plants and some greenage here, but I didn't go overboard. The roof isn't my focal point. It is the spa and the relaxation and yoga down in there. But I mean, you're gonna see this before you get in the building. Well, at least we will from the top view. So I had to make it, a little bit more presentable, but it's pretty bland, but not too bland for my liking. I have all the seats there sitting on the deck, so if anyone has the ability or wants to just sit on the deck, doesn't want to go down in the water in the ocean to relax, they can definitely do that up top. So I was thinking of both options of, simmers who want to be up top or want to be in the water. Now, I don't know how many will actually be here at night, so I mean, there is some lighting, but we know how things are in The Sims. Everything here is open 24/7. So, I mean, if someone was here at night at the spa, then they have that ability to actually see. The front of the building, since everything was rectangle, that's why I went ahead and was like, you know what? I can't keep it completely straight. It's going to drive me insane. So I did this little walk-in foyer when you go up the steps, and did the clear rooftop right there just to give it, a little bit extra character to it. When I think of spa, I just feel like mainly, well, I think of yoga. I just think of like just the windows. Like there's windows everywhere and you can see outside. Some people don't want to be outside, but if the windows are big and you can see through them and the sun's coming through, then it gives you that feeling of that you are outside. And so I didn't completely surrender. I didn't completely surround the building in windows, but I did make sure I wanted to have the big windows up front there in the studio, and then on the left hand side is where the actual yoga studio will be, and I'm really proud of that. Now I will say that when we go through the build, you'll see me change things later that is actually in the gallery. The new ladders, they ended up not working, and I actually did get the stairs to work how I wanted them to, because the idea that I had was I wanted the stairs there to line up perfectly with the torches that I had, and they wouldn't. And then I was like, oh crap, we got new ladders. Well, how I ended up setting the building up, the ladders wouldn't work either, and I'm like, why does this happen to me? So I actually had to go back, and I actually found a way to make the ladders work, and it didn't look silly. So if you get the build, there is actually stairs and not did I say get the ladders to work? I got the stairs to work. I don't know what I said. But in the final build, there are stairs, not ladders. I think I twisted my words all the way around. So now we're gonna get to marking off and getting the yoga studio put together. I absolutely adore this yoga studio, and I miss yoga so much. I need to get back into doing yoga at home. I have my own, gear and stuff to do it, even though you don't really need gear to do yoga. But I really miss it. And the yoga studio actually was inspired, which I said in my previous build that I did when I did the gym. The kind of like dance studio room that the yoga room is in, I was inspired by my local YMCA. They have a huge ballroom where they do ballroom dances, they do taekwondo, they do yoga, they use it for big workouts. That's pretty much what I was inspired by. I know we do have a yoga studio here. I've personally never been to it, but I think it's a lot smaller. It probably is just the size of the yoga studio. But yeah, I absolutely love how it came out. I ended up putting it to where you can do yoga and a meditation, a couple meditation spots, and it was really cool to actually see the Sims use everything when you do the playthrough, and like play test it. Because there's some things that I'm like, if I put this here, I don't think my Sims are ever gonna touch it. And you know, I had Sims over there meditating, and they were Sims that go to the yoga classes, and they were getting, you know, hand massages and foot massages and everything. I was like, they're actually using stuff, even though, you know, that's what the game's for. There has been some builds where I'm like, no one ever uses this, and I'll take my Sim to it to make sure they can get to it. I'm like, no, they can get to it, they're just not using it. I'm like, why? I don't know, maybe I just have hard-headed Sims. I don't know. So I really had this idea of, I know this is a massage chair, you know, for your feet and your hands, but I really had the vision of, I'm going to use my imagination, and I know it says they're getting a massage, but maybe they're getting their feet done. You know, their toenails painted, they're getting a, you know, a mani or pedi. And I had an idea of putting the chair and trying to maneuver like desk to where it looks like, you know, when you're getting your nails done and the text on the other side, but I was like, you're doing too much. Just don't worry about you're doing too much. And how the chairs pan out, it would just been too much work. So I just kind of lined it up to where it's not completely private. The bamboo kind of splits it so it's not one big room, because I hate having one big room and it's just like nothing's in the center. So it kind of like breaks it off to where, in my imagination, one side is where you get your feet done, the other side's where you get your nails done, but of course they'll take you anywhere in there. And I will say, I forgot to add like a little there was like a boombox or something that came in spa day. I had picked it up once because I just wanted like tranquil music playing. So I don't think there's any music there, but then I also remember that the lot was supposedly supposed to be off the grid. But I'll probably go back and add something, because I mean, it's a spa. I want there to be some type of tranquil music playing for relaxation, you know. You'll actually see me change a lot of things in this build. What I did when I was recording the video and when I was building it, and then further down the line I had different ideas, or when I actually went to the playthrough and I was like, you know what, that doesn't work for me. So there's some differences that you'll see in the pictures, or I tried to get pictures after I made changes, but if there is something that you see in the build that wasn't in the picture, it was probably one of those instances that I was like, that doesn't work out, and I had already taken the picture and I just didn't retake the picture. Like the ladders, they're not going to be there, and a couple other things aren't going to be there, but it's not a huge difference. It actually made it a lot better. I wish I had a dance bar, which, I mean, I could get CC, but you guys already know my story about CC. But it would be really cute to have a dance bar along that wall. I know it's not a dance studio, but hey, that would be a nice little stuff pack or something. Or something to add to like a new job, have a dancer or something of the sorts. But I mean, even if it is just yoga, some people need, you know, to hold on to something. I think the room would look completely complete if it had a ballet dance bar right there. I really love that entrance, just staring at it. Staring at it like that. It's just, I love long, tall windows. It's my thing. It's my jam, you know. I know in a previous video we had talked about bathrooms. So this is the one time that I did made just a communal bathroom. It's no big deal, because I've talked about how I use girl bathroom, boy bathrooms, and here's my proof that I do communal bathrooms as well, anyone was wondering. So to fill this little open space here, because like I said before, I hate keeping spaces open, I made just like a simple little sitting area right here. And as you see, I've already moved some things from that corner over there. And in Spa Day, they have this little drink thing where you can serve like little, like a bubbly drinks while people are waiting. So I thought that was perfect to actually like have a little sitting area and serve little drinks while you're waiting. I love that I found that yoga mat that I just put down in the yoga studio. If you go to debug, it is actually a yoga mat instructor. So if you put that mat down and then put other mats within the box, then an instructor will automatically show up, and it's like every 30 minutes there is a yoga instructor that you can go to. Now the trick is you have to be super fast and actually tell them you're going to go, or the mats go really quickly. So I know I said that in my speed build of the gym, but with this one I put a lot more mats in there, and I don't know how close you can get them. I kind of kept mine pretty spaced out, but I put more in there than before. So, and they used them perfectly. So along with my idea of having a nail salon, you know, a little spa salon in here, I have a fingernail polish wall. I was very proud of that. And I put some massage oil walls, some healthcare books over there. There was like a stretching book, a massaging book. So that's the clutter that I absolutely adore. When you download this, I don't know why, but it says that it's modded, but it's not. So if you don't follow me, KReese3388 in Origins, and you cannot find this build, click to show modded builds, because it keeps thinking that I still have the red shelf in there, and I don't. I've gone through the entire build, and because I don't have, the only mod stuff I have is from Base Metal Drugs, the red shelf, and my Hold Up mod, and I didn't use anything from Hold Up or Base Metal Drugs, but it keeps saying that it's modded and it's not. So if you can't find it, make sure your check mark is on for show modded and CC stuff when you find me. I did highlight it in my gallery, but I don't know, the gallery's acting like really funky. I haven't checked it since I finished this build, but last I checked it said that it was modded and I couldn't get it off, so I'm like, oh, whatever, just but there is no CC in here, so just to let you know that little bit of information. So here we're just doing a basic bathroom. When you're in a spa, you have to make sure, when you build a spa, you have to make sure you have a shower. So that's why there is just an open shower bathroom, just like if you were at home, because it's something that you have to have. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know why a spa has to have a shower. I don't know. I could have put a sauna in this, but it just, I don't know. It didn't feel right with it being in Sulani to have a sauna. I don't know. But there is a sauna at the gym, so you don't have to have a sauna everywhere. So this is the yoga instructor mat placement that I was telling you about. I found in debug. And now I'm just placing mats inside the yoga mat instructor's area. Like I said, I don't know how close the mats can actually be. So I don't know. I have some pretty big gaps. I don't know if you can add more. I could have tested it, but it just actually skipped my brain to test how many mats I can get in there to get more people to actually do the yoga. But so far, even with playing, there hasn't been all of the mats filled. But that's just how I placed them out. Made sure they were all in that area. They're the 3 meditation seats facing the window. I thought that was really nice. You know, because when I meditate, I like to actually be facing a window, or if I'm not outside. But yeah, I really adore that yoga room. It's something that I would definitely go visit and get my yoga on. Just trying to do a little bit decorating outside on the steps here. And then just trying to get some greenage around the place decorating, because with relaxation, I really just see green everywhere. If I'm not green, then it's breezy. Also, for me, color actually relaxes me more than green. So, I mean, me personally, I love a lot of color. But definitely in this scenario, I really wanted to stick with like bamboos and greens and anything that was more of a natural tone. Can we just talk about this front desk here? It is adorable. It is a front desk that came with the Get to Work pack. It has a little phone, and it has a little like cubby there with like mailboxes, and then I went ahead and added a couple fitness magazines up top and the pen holder, and I think later I added like a stack of money. I thought about adding a cash register just to give it that effect, but I was like, no, there's no cash registers at the well, they do have cash registers, but it's like they all have no cash. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, but I did end up not putting a cash register there. But I just think it's the most cutest little friggin' front desk that I've ever seen. And I think all the other builds I did, I think I just used like the retail counter. I didn't know there was actual front desk. I miss a lot of things in the new packs because I have so bad OCD and ADHD that I get distracted, and I'm like, I've had this pack for like a year. How did I not know that was there? Because you get distracted, that's why. Duh. But now we're getting pretty much close to me finishing up a lot of the decor. I didn't go too wild in the decor. I kept it pretty, I'd say pretty neutral, and which isn't really me, but I've been feeling a lot of neutral love lately. I love the waterfall I put behind the front desk. I've been trying to find a time to use it, and as soon as I knew I was going to do a spa, I was like, waterfall. There has to be a waterfall somewhere. Anywhere at this point, it has to be in there. I thought about putting it in the yoga studio, but I was like, no, I think it should be in the foyer when you first come in, and it just gives that effect. I love these double doors that came with Spa Day. I don't know why, but I absolutely adore them. They have that slight little like snowed over, iced over feel to it, and it just does something for me. So I used that door on the yoga studio and the private massage room, and I don't know, it's the little things with this game that absolutely I just get addicted to. So like I said, I was just decorating. I didn't do like overboard decorating, but I didn't do minimal decorating. It's kind of like right in between. The symbol around here is that circle symbol, whatever Spa Day it came with, and I figured, yeah, that looks very like relaxy. That's whatever this is going for. I don't know, but you'll see that symbol a couple of times. I'm pretty sure other people at Spa Day use that as their business symbol as well. I was trying to figure out what to do with this wall, and eventually I did this scatter of pictures, which I think I got rid of because I was like, that doesn't even make sense. It started making me think of a doctor's office, and then I started thinking about like a grandparent's house, and I was like, I don't like that. But the fish pictures worked perfectly. And now we're actually going to go out to the back of the water here. I don't like keeping the entrance from the water to the sand when it's connected to a house or a building. I don't like keeping it bland. I feel like it's boring. So every water build that I've done here in Sulani, I always fill the ocean with something. I just feel like it's too empty. I feel like maybe they could have done that a little bit better on all the lands and just added more, but I get it. So I appreciate you guys being here. The screenshots are coming up. I didn't realize I was still talking. So I'll let you go through and watch more, and let me know down below how are you enjoying this, and I will see you guys later. This is Luna, Galaxy out.